Welcome to UND Sports Extra. I'm your host, Dan Hammer. Coming up on tonight's show, head football coach Bubba Schweigert joins us to review his team's Big Sky Conference opener at Montana State and look ahead to week 2 with another date with a Montana school, the Grizzlies, coming to Grand Forks Saturday at the Alara Center. Later in the show, head volleyball coach Mark Pryor is with us as his team wins its first 2 Big Sky Conference matches. North Dakota traveled to Bozeman last Saturday, fell to the Bobcats 29-18. Bubba, welcome back to the show. Good to be back with you again. It was like a football game of 2 different halves.
Yeah, it sure was, and really it was 3 pretty solid quarters by our football team and then just 1 poor quarter, and it affected the result of the game.
There are a lot of positives that you can take out of this football game, are there not?
Well, I think so. The second half, I like the way our guys rebounded and were focused the second half and really got us back in the game. Offensively, we put together 2 nice scoring drives and controlled the football and had much more consistency than we have at any time this season. And then defensively, really took care of the run and really only gave up 1 explosive play the second half that resulted in the field goal, which is the only points they scored in that half. All right,
Bubba. When we come back, we'll take a look at first half highlights from UND's Big Sky Conference opener at Montana State.
UND Sports Extra on Midco Sports Network is presented by the University of North Dakota.
Saturday afternoon in Bozeman. Bubba, let's take a look at first half highlights here. And your run defense would set the tone early in this football game.
Yeah, I think we were pretty solid on the run, and we were really challenged. We knew we were going to be in for a big challenge with the tailback and quarterback combination. They were really a good running football team.
Yeah, both Dakota Prokop, the quarterback, and Sean Johnson, the running back, had been having good weeks prior to this game. You almost get a turnover here in Montana State's first possession.
Yeah, just took a good hop to him there, and, that would have been huge for us to get that field position early in the game.
Offensively, you struggled a little bit. Only had 1 first down in the first quarter.
Yeah, we just too many self-inflicted wounds. We just made some mistakes and, a few penalties that hurt us. And there weren't many penalties. We really improved in that area, but just needed to play better football in the first half.
They had 4 explosive plays in the pass game that were really, kind of a thorn in your side and led to points for the Bobcats in all 4 plays.
Yeah, here's the first one, that got their heart started and got the crowd into it. And, something we hadn't practiced, and once again, our guys have to be able to adjust to things they're doing on game day.
Yeah, the Bobcats get to your 9, but then your defense is going to make a play here. Cole Reyes dropped Johnson for a loss of 1, and again, you're making a lot of tackles behind the line of scrimmage these days.
Yeah, I think our guys are playing hard, and our tackling needs to steadily improve. It's better right now, but not where it needs to be overall.
How about defending Prokop, a guy that's a dual-threat quarterback? You did a good job with him on Saturday.
Yeah, it's tough. We wanted to try to contain him and limit his big plays. I thought on the ground we did that pretty well. A few too many pass plays that were big in the air, but boy, his rush yards were sure limited.
Without a doubt, he came into the game averaging more than 84 yards per game, and he was well below that. This is a tight football game, early second quarter, and Montana State's going to get a pick 6 here.
Yeah, just not a good decision. The field turns, and now we're into the wind. Need to take care of the ball, and we say it week after week. A punt is a decent play. Turnovers are the only bad play in football.
That pick 6, and then what the Bobcats did on their next offensive possession was kind of a turning tide in the first half, wasn't it?
Yeah, it sure was. Get the ball out quick. We couldn't get to the quarterback, and then you got to tackle and limit those yards after catch, and we just didn't do a good job there.
So Montana State goes up 16-0 at the time. UND's ensuing possession then. You're going to hit a big play, but it'll end up being Montana State's ball when it's all said and done.
Yeah, a real good throw here by Joe into the wind. Dev beats the coverage. He's shown he's capable of doing that, but just didn't get the ball tucked away. And it gets a little crazy here, but, we're always talking to our guys about effort throughout a whole play. And I love our offensive line here. They're playing hard and trying to keep them from scoring, and the guys at least give us a chance.
Yeah, well, your defense, though, will come up with the next big play of the football game. You're going to force a fumble here. Javen Butler and Will Wertel will scoop it up and score.
Yeah, this is what we want to be about, getting after the quarterback and the guys staying relentless. We missed some tackles, but stick with it. Ball comes out, and we're able to scoop it up and get a big score on defense.
You sure have been getting the football a lot from teams this year, especially on fumbles.
Yeah, I think the guys are doing a good job getting after it. We practice it a lot, and I think the biggest thing, you just got to be conscious of it and get after the ball.
Montana State, though, scored 10 points in the last 3 minutes of the first half. That, I think, was the second big swing that kind of shaped the first half deficit that you faced.
Yeah, it sure was. Got beat on a one-on-one and a little technique issue there. And, turned the tide of the game, no doubt.
Right. Overall impressions of the first half at the time were what?
Well, we were disappointed. We thought we were playing good football for a long stretch of time in the first quarter, and then when the wind changed, we made some poor decisions and just didn't play good, solid football.
All right, we're back with second half highlights, post-game reaction, and more here on UND Sports Extra.
UND Sports Extra on Midco Sports Network is presented by the University of North Dakota.
UND trailing at the half, but my goodness, Bubba, a much different second half, a very well-played second half by your football team. Montana State coming into this game, second in the Big Sky in rushing, and you really, especially in the second half, limited what they did on the ground.
Yeah, you know, at halftime, we just needed to regroup because it's a closer game than a whole lot of people think, and we challenge our guys to come out and play solid and get back in the game to get it to a two-score game.
How about the football Brian Labatt's been playing here the last couple of weeks?
Very explosive on Saturday. It was good to see, and he had a tough week. He was coming off an injury, and you know, really happy with Brian's progress.
Kyle Norberg continues to get the workload here. You like what you see, and he's getting yards after contact and making plays happen here.
Physical play. I think a big turning point in the game was a fourth down stop, and the first down, Kyle rushes for a first down, and then we start establishing things on the ground, and we were able to hold their yards on the ground.
You happy with the progression your offensive line are making in the run game?
Getting better.
Yep.
Getting better. A lot of seams there that we need to hit.
Well, this is a 10-play drive featuring Kyle Norberg, and Reed Taubenheim caps it off. It's 26-10, so you get a little momentum going here. Your defense allows just 20 yards then on Montana State's next possession, and then you're going to go to work with Joe Morberg and R.J. McGill. Good combination on this day, wasn't it?
Yeah, R.J.'s been real solid and finding the soft spots in the zone. Joe's been able to find them, and we were throwing more on time here.
McGill ties his career high with 7 receptions in the game, and Joe attempted 37 passes on the day, the most of any game this season. By design, or was it just one of those games?
Well, it's one of those games a little bit. You know, a lot of those throws were in the 2-minute drill or late in the fourth quarter when we had to try to score a little bit quicker. But, you know, this was more the football that we want to be playing. Run the football, play action pass, and obviously got to protect the quarterback there. You know, those negative plays, we need to avoid those.
Yeah, we talked about the explosive plays that Montana State got through the pass game. Here's another one here that's going to cover 67 yards and sets up a field goal to make it 29-10.
Yeah, this was the disappointing one in the second half. You know, give them credit, they executed a play again, but our guys hung in there and forced a field goal, so we're still in the game.
Moberg, 22 of 37 on the afternoon. You're completing passes here despite the fact that Montana State knows you're in a situation where you got to be throwing the football now.
Yeah, I think we protected Joe pretty well down the stretch, and we got the ball out quick and got more guys involved in the game.
3rd and 5 here, and Jared Garman is going to deliver a first down run. This will be after another connection here that'll go to one of his many receivers on today. And talk about 3rd down situations on this day.
Much better. You know, you see Jared running the ball for a first down here on a draw. The play before was Dustin Iverson getting a catch on a 3rd down, and just able to spread the ball around, and this is really a great play for a touchdown to get us within 2 scores.
Yeah, and a great call coming up then to get a 2-point conversion here.
Yeah, you know, it's something that you practice your 2-point plays, and guys executed it well, and Coach Rudolph had it dialed up there, and we knew we had to go for 2 to get it to 11 points.
29-18, 5.5 minutes left. New game here, Bubba.
It sure is. I think you could feel it in the stadium that we had momentum, and we just wanted to get the ball back quickly and see if we could go down and get one more and make it a 1-score game. Right. Then you never know.
You did get the ball back quickly. Then you go to work with a little more than 3 minutes left. Moberg to Garman, Moberg to McGill, and you're marching down the field here, and you have them on their heels a little bit defensively, don't you?
Yeah, I think so. You know, they're probably playing a little bit softer coverage because they know they're up 2 scores, but right. You got to take advantage of it. But nice throw there again by Joe, and we put ourselves in position. Right.
Reed Taubenheim will attempt a 52-yard field goal here. Of course, if you make the field goal here, you still have a chance to maybe get an onside kick, a touchdown, and a 2-point conversion to tie the game. So that's the reasoning behind going for the field goal.
Yeah, that was the decision. You want to get it to a 1-score game, and I thought our best opportunity at that point we felt was to kick the 52-yarder and then onside it, and then you never know.
29-18 is the final. Moberg 22 of 37, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Norberg on the day, 19 carries, 73 yards. Will Rattel led your team in tackles again, 9 tackles, and of course the fumble recovery for the touchdown. A couple of stories inside the game here, Bubba. Let's talk about your defense defending the run against 2 different running backs who do different things. Sean Johnson, the running back, and then Dakota Cook up the quarterback.
Yeah, I really like the plan that Coach Schmidt and the guys put together on defense, and our guys tackled pretty well in the run game, and really hardly any explosive plays. We were disappointed on the touchdown run. We lost an edge there, but for the most part, really defended them well, and especially in the second half.
It was one of the core themes when you became head coach, is that we've got to defend the run. And I think we're seeing that come to fruition here.
Yeah, I just believe that's the way you got to do it. And if teams cannot run the football on you and have to throw it, you have a better chance to win games. If they can run it consistently throughout the whole game, I just think you're in for a long game.
All right. Another probably positive point that you carried out of this football game is your conversions on third down. Third down conversions have been a challenge over the first month of the season, but on Saturday, different story, 8 of 18. What's behind that number, Bubba?
Well, I think we were just much better on first and second down in those situations. We had more manageable third downs, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 3, and they're easier to convert. 3rd and 10 is not a good down. That's a defensive down.
Mm-hmm. All right, and talk about your play selection on first and second down with Paul Rudolph's offense.
Well, we want to run the football, and we're able to mix it up a little bit and throw some passes there on first down, and we're just getting better, and I think we're getting more comfortable with the play calling and more comfortable with our personnel, and I'm just happy with our progress we're making. By no means at where we want to be or need to be, but the progress is good to see.
Is it a shot of confidence for a very young football team knowing that you played one of the contenders in the league to a 4-quarter football game?
Well, I would hope it builds some confidence, but every week is new, and you got to get back to preparation, and it's a new opponent and then a new challenge again this week, but I would hope it helps us.
Mm-hmm. All right, here's what your players had to say following Saturday's game.
Well, there are positive things that we can build on going into next week, but obviously we came here, we wanted to win, so there is going to be disappointment, but that's a good thing. The high expectation is to win the game.
There's some very good things that came out of this game, but also some negatives, and we just got to keep building. Coach talked about it all week, expectations. This is University of North Dakota, and we were a football program from the start, so we just got to keep building, keep getting better, keep pushing, keep believing.
We just improved, and and that's what we want. And I think the only thing we can do here is build from it. And I think good things are to come. We just got to limit the turnovers that we have. We had the balls on the ground way too many times today, and if we can limit that and just work on the fine details, I think we can have something big.
It's just inconsistency. The effort's always there, but execution. Just the second quarter really sticks out to me as not execution, because that's when defensively we gave up 23 points and offensively we just couldn't get much going. But some good things, some bad things.
Tomorrow, there's going to be things that we're going to build on. The whole second half, a lot of positives, but you look at the first half and we just gave up too much. There's some negatives that we got to fix, and you just move forward. After tomorrow, it's on to the next one.
This is an offense where, first, second, and third down, we got to move the sticks a certain amount. And to make our plays, that's how our offense is bred. So, but I think we're getting better each week. We've gotten a little bit better, and we're all going up from here.
Bubba, another good football team this Saturday. Montana visiting the Alaris Center. How do you match up with the Grizzlies?
Well, they are a very good football team, and the matchup's going to be challenging for us. A little different type team this week. They want to run the football, so physically we've got to take the fight to them and hang in there and stop the run. Defensively, they're very solid. They just don't give you much, and you got to earn everything you get.
Yeah. Trayvon Van, and Jordan Canada, a couple of good running backs from Montana. They're good at that position.
Very deep at that position, and they're very elusive. So gang tackle is going to be the word and the message this week.
All right, that's the theme. Good luck, Bubba. We'll have the game for you Saturday here live on Midco Sports Network. Coming up next, head volleyball coach Mark Pryor reflects on his team's first 2 wins in Big Sky play.
UND Sports Extra on Midco Sports Network is presented by the University of North Dakota.
The North Dakota volleyball team won its first 2 Big Sky Conference matches this past weekend. Head coach Mark Pryor returns. Coach, good to be back with you again.
Good to see you again.
2 home matches, 2 wins, mission accomplished, right?
Yeah, I'd say overall we're pleased with the result. I think that we had a couple issues that we've been working on correcting, but overall, to start and defend home court, that's huge.
Issues that are you correcting? Tell us more.
Well, You know, the first set against Eastern Washington really did not we gave them one massive run and serve receive, and that was really it. We had it tied up, and we should have been able to put it away and really win the thing in 3. Started a little flat in the second set, you know, but we ended up kind of riding the ship, so to speak. But it's not a trend, but it's one of those, it's not a red light, but it's a yellow light that we want to make sure we're addressing quickly to understand we've got to start faster.
All right, let's take a look at some highlights here. Let's go back to last Thursday night against Eastern Washington. After dropping the first set, you're down by 8 in the second set, but you get some lift from your defense here, particularly Lexi Robinson.
Yeah, Lexi just absolutely, you know, one of the things we talk about playing defense is sometimes it doesn't have to be pretty to be good. That we can just absolutely pursue the ball and just work and work and work. And if you do that, good things will happen.
This, I think, is the play that really sparked it.
Yeah, absolutely. For us to go ahead and, you know, get that ball back over the net, and then they kind of mess up a little bit, we'll take it. They just gave us just enough of an opening that we were able to take care of the ball.
Big story in this match. Jessica Fonts came into this match having played 2 sets with 1 kill, and she was an impact for you on the left side.
She was. It was one of those that I kind of said, okay, Jess, I'm ready to put you in. And I'm like, are you ready? And she goes, yeah, what's the alternative? I stay on the bench? And I'm like, that's the great attitude to have. So she went in. Only had 1 hitting error on the night, so she was just relentless out there. Great blocking, and really provided a spark. The kids wanted to play hard for her because she's just every day consistent in the gym and works and works and works.
Faith Dooley hit 524 on the night. This is in the 3rd set. Fonts then comes up with another kill. 5 kills on the match. Of course, that's a career high for Fonts, and you win the 3rd set 25-21. 4th set now, here's Robinson, and if you're going to take a picture of Lexi Robinson with the full arm extension, this would be the play right here.
I would agree. I absolutely agree. That's pretty much textbook right there. Reaching high, making great contact, you know, and then of course Nikki being able to kind of put that ball away, and we've been really active on that.
Match point here, Felicia Ulrich with one of her 6 kills, and after that, I called it a speed bump, the first set on Thursday night. You got over that speed bump, and then you won 3-1.
We did. It was one of those things that we were able to win that one, and we had a couple times to, you know, we were battling, had a couple times to win that first one, just didn't, but that's okay. We took care of what we needed to.
What'd you tell your team before Idaho, the match on Saturday afternoon, other contender in the Big Sky?
What's interesting is if you had seen the news going on that Saturday morning, there's a junior college in Texas, North Central Texas College. Their softball team was coming back late Saturday night, and they had an accident, and 4 of their kids died. How it hit me was that was my first coaching job, and I knew their softball coach really well, and he's a good friend. So I'm reading it that morning going, are you kidding? And so the first thing I do is I shoot him an email. Look, I'm praying for you. I can't believe it. I'm so sorry for this tragedy. And then as I'm thinking about it, I'm kind of thinking, guys, you know, we really need to understand that we're not given anything. All we're given is today. And I had the kids read over the CNN article, and they were just kind of like, okay, why are we reading this? And I'm like, because none of us are guaranteed anything. We have to make sure that we go out and we enjoy today as much as we can.
All right, let's take a look at the Idaho highlights here. And this would be a 5-set classic here this afternoon, or on Saturday afternoon. Mackenzie Hart had a heck of afternoon digging the volleyball, and you were strong at the net against the taller Vandals.
We were. One of the things that we've been doing is we've been lifting so hard in the weight room to get us stronger. And, you know, it's starting to pay off some with just they're a big team. With us being quicker and more physical, it's really helping out.
Well, you were very good at the net and a good balance in this match. One of 4 players in double figures was Faith Dooley. Anna Piaski had a big-time bounce-back match after struggling on Thursday night.
Absolutely. You know, Thursday night was not stellar for her, but what I love is that she came back and had very low errors, hit 429, you know, 16 kills. That's just, you know, the next part for her as far as her growth is just being able to be consistent. So the more she can be consistent, the better we're going to be.
Idaho had 4 match points in set number 5. Couldn't put them away. Chelsea Moser, however, was the difference in the 5th set.
I think Chelsea really let Idaho realize, I'm from Oregon and you didn't know who I was. I think they know who she is now. So what I loved is every time that they had a match point, our kids were grinning. They were enjoying the moment. And that's a huge step for us as far as our growth, to enjoy those tight situations so we can be successful.
Moser absolutely dominating the 5th set. She was named, as we saw, the Big Sky Conference Player of the Week, 3-2 the final there. So you're 2-0, and you're headed on the road this week to Montana and Montana State. Good luck on the road.
Thank you so much.
We'll recap it next week here on UND Sports Extra.
I appreciate it.
UND Sports Extra on Midco Sports Network is presented by the University of North Dakota.
This is Hall of Fame weekend at the University of North Dakota. Inducted into the Hall of Fame this coming weekend will be golfer Jim Nelson. He started at UND back in the mid-60s. Diver Katie Stevens. Roger Thomas, the head football coach from 1986 to 1998, and then the athletics director from 1999 through 2005. Also being inducted, the 1965 football team. Induction ceremonies will take place Saturday morning at Memorial Union. Coming up this week on Midco Sports Network, we have Big Sky football for you Saturday afternoon. North Dakota against Montana. 1:30 our coverage begins. And then late Sunday afternoon, it's our hockey debut of the season. North Dakota's men opening the season with an exhibition game against Manitoba. That's for you Sunday afternoon at 5. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for North Dakota hockey with Dave Haxtell.